Happy Saturday to you. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and to get your dreams out of your head into your life. Happy Saturday to you, and yours. I'm super excited. Been going at it early this morning. Actually been up since the 5 o'clock hour. Had the opportunity to spend time with God. We've already started cleaning up rooms and got the washer going, dry going. We on it early this morning. Just doing what need to be done. You just have to step in, get in where you fit in, do what you need to do, and keep it moving. You don't let nothing and nobody stop you. That's what I love about, myself, that I don't let nothing stop me. Nothing and nobody will stop me, And I don't know how you roll, but that's just the way I roll. That I don't tie my flag to no one thing. Good morning, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. So you see what the title of this live feed is. It's still time to move, and it's still time to get stuff done. Been talking with the Lord, and there's so many things that has come out. And one thing I want to highlight is you have to stop dumbing down to be in people cliques and circles and groups and organizations. Good morning, Regina. Thank you so much for joining. And what do you mean about dumbing down? Some of you have some potentials out of this world. You have gifts that are out of this world. You have something to offer the world, but the people you are around is causing you to smother what you got. Why? Because you are around people. You are around certain people that feel like they want what you have, but they're intimidated by what you got. I put a post out there, and it's so true, because they need what you have. They want what you have, but they are intimidated by what you got. So they get sarcastic, and they feel like, you are a threat to the organization. You are a threat to the group. You are a threat to them. And so they'll find ways to try to discourage you from, giving your all. So you'll shrink back. You'll shrink back because you feel like, okay, I just, I want to be a part of it, but I don't want nobody to feel like I'm taking over. It's not taking over. It's you exercising your gift. And if you are around people that intimidate you to use your gift, it's almost like when you think about unwrapping a physical gift. Why do I have to be intimidated to unwrap a physical gift to see what I have? But you got people, they're afraid for you to use your gift. And then they make you feel so bad that you just get quiet. And then when you start doing stuff in other places, they'll say that they didn't know that you can do that. You didn't give them a chance. You didn't give them the opportunity to do it. They want what you have, but they intimidated by what you bring. But you got to stop shrinking back. If you don't bring it to their table, take it to another table. And if you can't get it at another table, guess what? Spread your own table. That's what I like about it. You don't have to be intimidated. You don't have to wait on nobody to put you up. Put yourself up. A lot of times we wait to get in the game. We can create a game. You can create a game. You don't have to wait for somebody to accept you and approve of you. And you got to get their amen and they're okay. And, you should do it. And if they don't put their stamp of approval on it, then they are not for you. You got people that when you try to tell them about your dream, you tried to tell them about what you wanted to do, they told you that didn't make no sense. They don't make no sense. You got security. Good morning, Veronica. Thank you so much for joining. But then when you get with somebody that said, go for it, girl, go for it, go for it, go for it, girl, you can do it, go for it. Now, the people that was trying to discourage you, now all of a sudden they want what? They want to say that, I've been with you all the time. You haven't been with me. You was against me. You wanted to try to destroy me. You know, you have people in your life that desire to destroy your dreams. And you know what? They may not do anything physically, but they can destroy your dreams with their mouth, with their words of, good morning, Rosetta. Thank you so much for joining. They can try to destroy your dreams with their words, their negativity. When they tell you that it's not going to work, when they don't support you. You have people that tell you they'll be there for you until you need them. Good morning, Princess. Thank you so much for joining. You have people that will tell you they will be there for you until you need them. They only gonna be there when you don't need them. When you don't need them, they're there. They in the way. But when you need them, you need their support. You need them. They're not there to support you. People don't have a problem with you thinking what you gonna do. People don't have a problem with you saying what you want to do. They have a problem when you start taking action. They have a problem when you start taking ownership. They have a problem when you start moving in the direction that you said you were going to go. They have a problem when you get with a group, or you get with somebody that supports you. You get with a person that will support your dreams. See, you gotta recognize game when you see it. All games don't come with rules, and all games don't come with good motives. You got people that try to run games and play games with you. They don't want to see you do better. And it's sad, but it's so true. And so you got to make up in your mind. That's when I love one of the gifts God gave me. And one of the gifts God gave me is the gift of discernment. And sometimes I'll be like, Lord, why do I got to see this? But it's good to see it. And you know what? It's good to see it early. It's good to see it early. And so you see people that people don't like for you to have it there. Where it may not, people ought to say, oh, whatever. You don't have to explain all that. But you know what you know, and you saw what you saw. So don't pretend like what you saw and what you know is not real. That's where we get mixed up in these relationships, where we feel like, where I see the signs, but it's really not what it is. Oh, it is what it is, and then some, right? So you need to make sure that you are not around people that are aiming to discourage you versus encourage you to live the life of your dream. You have individuals that they know what you got is fine. They know the gift that you have. The gift that you have. They know what you possess. It's great. It will change lives. It's for the edification of the body of Christ. It's for the building of the kingdom. You got it. But they don't want you to use it. They want you to sit back. They want you to be quiet. They don't want you to have a voice. They don't want you to believe in yourself. They want you to believe that if you need a thought, that they got to give it to you before you can speak. You got some people that are like that. And they don't just parade it. They don't say it, but it's what they do. Action speaks volume. It's not what you say. It is what you do. It's not what we know. It's what we do with what we know. See, a lot of us, we know a lot of stuff, but we're not doing anything with it. People are not for you. You know that there are some people that you are with that are not for you. Good morning, Nikita. Thank you so much for joining. You got some people that don't wish you well, don't want to see you doing good, not going to support nothing that you're doing, but they going to follow you for they can get what they can get from you without saying thank you. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me today. You're not going to talk to me today. So we have to realize that it's time for us to not shrink back. Good morning, Brother Warren. Thank you so much for joining. It's time for you to stop shrinking back. It's time for you to recognize who you are, whose you are, and what you possess. And why are you possessing something that you're not using? Why are you want to be the owner of a thing? Good morning, Margaret. Thank you so much for joining. Why are you possessing something that you are not using? You got to use what you have. You got it for a reason. Good morning. Sister Moore, thank you so much for joining. You need to use what you have. You have individuals, they are afraid of your gift. And a lot of us have fell prey to what they're trying to eat up. Because they're trying to eat your joy, trying to eat your peace, trying to eat your gift. But stop laying your stuff out there to say, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do. Use the gifts that you have. People want what you have, but they're intimidated by what you bring. They are intimidated by what you bring. Undercover, sneaky saints, you got it. And devils. You got some saints and some devils. You got some, they slick with it. They don't want to see you unwrapping no gift that God gave you. Because, see, they're afraid that your gift going to be bigger. But how many of you know, come on now, somebody, they afraid that your gift is going to make them look like they're ungifted. But how many know that he is no respecter of person? How many know that he thinks no more of your gift than he do of mine? And he thinks no more of my gift than he do of yours. It doesn't matter if it came in a large package. It doesn't, oh, snap. Come on now, somebody. It doesn't matter if it's in a big package or a large package, because anything that comes from God, he said it's good. It is good. It is good. But we spend so much time trying to compare. We spend so much time, and we'll talk about the gangsters. We'll talk about them trying to own streets. But how many of us in these social media streets, we trying to own people? We don't own nobody. And if people gonna follow people that they know, like, and trust, but people gonna follow people that they know that is for them. It doesn't matter about you meeting them first and all this old crazy stuff. We gotta get this. Come on now. We gotta get out of this mindset that people can only talk to you. I talk to who I want to talk to. I follow and support who I want to. We got to get out of this mindset that if you talk to other person, that's going you're going to sleep with them because you talk with them. You can't talk to opposite sex. Y'all, I'm trying not to go here. I'm trying to, weave around this thing. But you got to be, you have people to feel like, what is the whole purpose of networking if you can't gather? What is the purpose of having an inner circle if the sisters can, if they are the only way that they can communicate, they got to communicate through you? That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me that they cannot communicate with each other. A part of the inner circle, I want them to befriend each other. I want them to be friends with each other. I want them to support each other. And every time they talk to each other, they don't have to talk to me. I ain't never, but you have people that have these groups and these circles, they get intimidated. But when you know who you are, what are you intimidated for? And this is what I say in a relationship. If you looking and talking to somebody else, come on now, somebody, you better use that gift and let it flow. Come on now, somebody. If you looking at another person, make me intimidated to think that you don't want me no more. I'm not working with nothing, but I'm not intimidated by you looking or talking to somebody else, because you know what? They may have what they have, but they don't bring what I got. Come on now, somebody. And I may not have everything that they need. We get this thing. Yes, unity brings loyalty and friendships. Yes, we got this concept that if people talk to other people, come on now, people talk to other people, that it takes something from you. But do you know I can light your candle and I don't lose no light. I can light your candle can light your room. You can light another room. How are you building community and we cannot talk to other people unless we're talking through you? That means you got some issues. Can I just say that? The reason people are intimidated by your gift, because they are not comfortable with themselves. I don't care who talk to who. I want people. That is the whole reason for bringing a community together. It's not about me. It's about us. It is about us. I created a circle, an inner circle. God gave me the Empowering 8 inner circle. Why? Because I needed a circle. I needed a circle. So sometimes and so in that circle, In that circle, you don't say, well, I don't need you talking to her. I don't need y'all talking unless the only way y'all talk to each other. That's crazy. But do you know how many people that bring people together and they think that, oh, if they talking without them, they got to be talking about me. Everything that people say about you is not bad. They may be talking about you. They may be talking about you. But if you intimidated because another woman talked to another woman, something wrong with you. Can I just say it like that? I don't know how to hit around the bush. Something's wrong with you. They need what you have, but they're intimidated about what you bring. Good morning, Nisi. Thank you so much for joining. They intimidated by what you bring. And some of us have shrink back. Stop shrinking back to fit in. If you don't fit that circle, that means you wasn't designed to be in that circle. If you don't fit that organization, that means, so you got to stop shrinking back. Stop trying to squeeze. You know, women are used to trying to squeeze in stuff that they can't fit. And now you think you got to squeeze with people that you don't fit. We done squeezed in shoes. We done squeezed in clothes that's too tight. Back in the day, you used to lay on the bed, suck in your stomach, have somebody else to fasten up your favorite pants and all that. And in our minds, we think now we got to squeeze and tighten up and shut up and do all these different sorts of types of things to fit in these circles. But if you can't come in a circle and just be you, oh, come on now, somebody. If you cannot come in a circle or be a part of a group in an organization and just be you, that may not be the group or the circle for you. You got to tiptoe around because you're going to crack the eggshells. You got to tiptoe around because you feel like you're going to say the wrong thing. We have squeezed in stuff too long. But to squeeze in a circle and feel intimidated, I prefer to walk along and with positive people because I don't need a clique. Come on now, somebody. It's time for you to walk your gifts out. It's time for you to get connected with some people that will support you and not tear you down. Not discourage you. Somebody that's going to encourage you to go for it. Do it. Go for it. You can do it. Speak, sis. Makes sense to this madness for us. Yes. See, Margaret, the things that you create, the things that you conjure up, the gift that God has given you, people don't like that. You sowing and you're growing and you're doing all these things naturally, gifts that they wish they had. You have a growing thumb. You have the spiritual side. You have the love of God. People don't like you being gifted because they think that you're doing too much and you should just be doing one thing. You can do everything that God gave you to do. He didn't say just use this one thing. If he gave it to you, use what you got. But people get intimidated by that. People feel like you think you somebody. You ought to think you about somebody. I am the daughter of the Most High God. I am the daughter of the King. So why would I think that I'm nothing? I'm somebody in Christ. May not be nothing to you, but I'm somebody in Christ. So we have to use what God has given us and stop putting it up because somebody don't like it. Stop putting it up because somebody do not like what you bring. They don't like what you have. Each of us, we was created uniquely. We was created wonderfully. We was created for him to use us as he saw fit, not as they saw fit. But see, we shrinking back, trying to fit in places that we don't even belong. We're trying to get in stuff that we can't even wear. We're trying to wear stuff that we don't even need. You don't have to be over there. If you cannot accept me for being who I am, and I got to come all shrinked up, and I got to come all sold up, and I got to come all shut up, I don't need to be over there. Because I talks. And if I can't talk, and if I cannot communicate, if I cannot share my opinion, I don't need to be over there. It's not that you're trying to take over, but see, I'm not just another number. Stop just being another number and be willing to stand out of line. You're not being envious. You're not trying to take over. You're just trying to do you. Can you just do and be you? A lot of people don't like that. They don't like you to be you. I matter. Created on purpose to make a difference You got to know that what you bring is unique. Can't nobody bring it like you bring it. Can't nobody do it like you do it. So it is time. You know, we in this 1% challenge where we are improving ourselves 1% every day. Stop shrinking back. Because one thing about it, when they hate you, what you got so much, they will start doing it too. They hate you so much. You know what? You know, Margaret, they really like you so much that they hate themselves. They hate the position that they're in. They hate the distance that they have not traveled. They hate what they're not doing. I'm about to throw this phone. Come on now, somebody. You got to get to a point that you said, you know what, like it or not, baby, I'm unwrapping this box. I'm unwrapping this gift because I'm going to bring and I'm going to use, I'm going to be, and I'm going to do what God gave me. See, in the word, it says, shake what your mama gave me. I'm going to shake what God gave me. You know, this is what he gave me. I'm going to shake. See, what I'm going to shake is going to be from the head up. It's going to be from the neck up. I'm going to shake what he gave me, right? You know, so I may not be growing nothing out in the field. I may not be growing anything in a garden. But I'm going to shake what he gave me. See, the world tell you shake what your mama gave you. I'm going to shake what God gave me. God gave me wisdom. God gave me understanding. God gave me gifts and talents. That's what I'm going to shake. I'm on, you know, a lot, you know, this is not new, and we're not so holy that we hadn't heard what they said in the world. Come on now. You know, they'll tell you, know, that you got to do a little strange, something strange for a little change. You ain't got to do nothing strange. You can do something right, tight, and you can unwrap the gifts that God gave you, and it would open up doors. It would give you opportunities. It will make ways. It will take you farther than your imagination can ever. Come on now, somebody. It'll take you farther than your imagination can even imagine. Do you know your imagination is the biggest nation in the world? And people would tell you not to use your imagination. You crazy if you imagine that you're going to come out of your situation. The imagination is the biggest nation in the world. You can come out of your situation before you get out. Come on now, somebody. You can come out of your situation before you are physically out, because you got to imagine yourself out. You got to imagine your breakthrough. You got to imagine your healing. You got to imagine that you are going where you want to go, being who you want to be, doing what you want to do, and you ain't got to wait on nobody to give you permission. Come on now. Y'all not going to talk to me today. I'm not going to be on here long. Look, I know it's tough. I know it's rough. If we live right, when we shake what God gave us, good fruit will fall from the tree. Come on now. See, we've been shaking corrupt trees, and when the stuff fall off, it's rotten. When it fall off, we want good fruit. We want fruit that is going to multiply. We want fruit that give us a seed to sow. Come on now, somebody. You need to keep pouring. Thought you were going to take that home. No, ma'am. We gotta get to a point that we stop holding on to what we have because we are worried about what somebody else think and feel about us unwrapping our gift. You ain't trying to take their gift. You ain't trying to take their stuff. You ain't trying to take their people. But how you take people that you don't own? You don't own people. But if you got people that you ain't helping, why you ought to refer them to somebody? Come on now, somebody. If you know you cannot take these people to the next level, why you want them following you when you ain't improving nothing and you don't have them improving nothing? I am so excited about this 1% challenge. I'm excited about those that took the 1% challenge. I'm excited about those that are improving 1%. I don't know if it's in your money. I don't know if it's in your body. I don't know if it's in your mind, your thinking. I don't know if it's in your health, your eating. I don't know if it's in your relationship or your stank attitude. But whatever you decided to work on, work it. Work it. You know, some of us have some stank attitude. We be all sarcastic and sedity all at the same time and all this, that, and the third. It's time. It's time to make a change. And the change is not out there, but the change is in here. When we make a change in our life, things will change in our lives. When we make a change in our life, things will change in your life. Because people want it all. People want all the glory for doing nothing. They can go and sit down somewhere at the back, please. Can I let you you can get a seat at the back. And if you can't do right back there, go on out the door. go on out the door. You know, when we think about even our gifts, they're not for us. They're not for us. So why are we going to hide them? Why are you going to put them up? Why are you going to hide your gift? Why are you going to hide the gift that God has given? Why are you going to hide the gift that God has given? So it's time. It is time. It is time for us to improve every day, not trying to help somebody else improve, but you got to start helping yourself improve. And when they see you improve, they want some of what you have. They want some of what you have. We have to study to show ourselves approved. We can't just be walking around here willy-nilly and thinking that it's just going to be pie at the sky and fruit going to fall off the tree and we ain't planted nothing, nurtured nothing, nourished nothing. We ain't talked to nothing. We ain't did nothing because you got what you need, but you ain't using what you got. You have what you need, but you're not using what you have because of the people you are around. They intimidated for you to use what he gave you. Use what God gave you. Use what he gave you. If he gave you creativity, use it. If he gave you wisdom, use it. Understand it, use it. The gift of discernment, use it. Maximize what you have. And when you use what you have, you'll find that more will come. But if you're not grateful for what you got, if you're not using what you have, it's no point in you getting more because you ain't used what you had. You got to use what you have and say, Lord, I thank you for what you have given me. He'll give you more. He will give you more. So it's time to stop shrinking back. It's time for you to stand tall. It's time for you to speak loud. It's time for you to unwrap the gifts that God has given you. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty because you're gifted. You are gifted. Unwrap it. Unwrap the gift God gave you. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're doing too much because God has gifted you to do what you do. My father would always say, use what you got. Yes, we got to use it. We got to use it. Good morning, Sophia. Thank you so much for joining. You got to use it. Use the hidden treasures that God's give freely. You know, and when you start unwrapping those things, when you start going into those caves that holds the treasure that you desire the most, your whole life will change. When you change the way you think, it will change your life. Get with people that are for you. Stop trying to make excuses for people that are against you. It's either you with me or you not. I don't have time to be twisting your arm and dragging you along the way. You coming or you staying. And if you stay, that's all right. I don't have no problem with you. But boo, I'm gone. Because I am not going to stay in one place. Good morning, Bishop. Thank you so much for joining all the way from Pakistan. I am not going to sit in one place because you don't want to see me go. You got people that you love. You love and they hate you. And you know why they hate you? Because you live in your life. You know why they hate you? Because you done made a decision to improve. Because you have made a decision to improve. Why is it that we're going to stay stuck when we have all access out here to do better? It is time to do better. Don't look for validation when God has already validated you. Don't look for validation and do not wait for them to give you permission. Give yourself permission to live the life of your dream. Give yourself permission. Taking no foolishness. Give yourself permission to walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to sound like nobody, look like nobody, act like nobody. You know what you need to do? Just be you. Just be you. Just be you. You don't need nobody else's permission for you to be you. You don't need nobody's validation for you to be you. Be you. You don't need nobody's approval for you to be you. Be you. Be you. Be all that God created you to be. And watch Watch how he opened doors for you. Watch how he changed things. Watch how he turned situations around. Watch how he moved mountains. Watch how he lets you sit before your enemy and they be your footstool. Watch how he lets you spread the feast and feed those that don't like you. Give them something to drink. Help them when they need help. See, you don't have to be ugly to people that's ugly to you because they're not a factor. When you stop looking at what they're doing and what they saying and you look at what he said, oh, you're going to be better. See, we've been looking at what they doing and what they said and how they feel and how they treat me. They ain't treating me right. All this and that and the third. Oh, you just keep on treating them nice because you can kill them with kindness. You can kill them with kindness. You don't have to shrink back because they don't like the gift that you got. You don't have to go hide your stuff because they don't want to see what you bring to the table. You don't have to hide your stuff. You bring it and you bring it. You bring it. You bring it. Bring what you got. You don't have to feel like, I don't want to share my gift. I don't want to share my gift because people say that I'm bragging or people would say this, that, and the third. People would take bragging versus a testimony. You give your testimony because it gives somebody else hope. It lets them know that even in the midst of a pandemic, God is still making a way. In the midst of a pandemic, God is still opening doors. In the midst of a pandemic, I just got revelation from this message. Glory to God. In the midst of a pandemic, God is still making stuff happen. In the midst of a pandemic, it ain't over. It is not over. God is still doing the miraculous. He is still performing signs and miracles. God is still, you got to know, in the midst of a pandemic. See, when you trust in God and not the economy, not the government, not the president, not this and not that, not the CDC, the CRC, the ABC, the BDEFG. When you're not trusting in them and you're trusting in him, come on now, somebody. When you're not trusting in them, but you're trusting in him, everything that's concerning you, it's going to work itself out. It is going to work itself out. So stop shrinking back. It's time. It's time for a change. It's time for you to stand up tall. Unwrap the gift God gave you and appreciate what you got. Use it. Use it. I'm going to use my gift. This right here is my gift. And I'm not going to shrink back because somebody is intimidated by what I bring to the table. You're not designed to be like them. We were made different, and if there was no difference, it would be no same. If there was no difference, everything would be the same. And if everything was supposed to be the same, there wouldn't be a thing that's called difference. Yes, God, he just showed up and showed out for me again. Come on now. I am so happy for you, Regina. I'm loving that house. I'm loving all the welcome gifts and all the things that are taking place. See, God ain't lack. He ain't slacking in nothing. Do you know nature? She is not struggling. Nature. Do you think? Even when leaves fall off the trees, do you hear them crying about they don't have no leaves? Nature is not struggling. She just flow. I pray your strength, Dr. O. Thank you so much. Nature just flow. You know, when nature stopped flowing, it's because humanity started messing with it. Did you hear that? When nature stop flowing, humanity start messing with it. When you stop flowing in your gift, humanity start messing with you. Somebody start messing with you. Somebody start talking about you. Somebody start coming against you. Nature is not struggling for nothing. She just flows. She just flows. Nature just flows. So nature stopped flowing when humanity started messing with it. You stop flowing in your gifts and your calling when humanity started messing with you. When they say you're doing too much. When they say you think you're somebody. When they say that don't nobody want what you have. Nature just flows. You come from abundance. You just have to flow. What do you bring to the table? Reminds me of the Last Supper with the King Jesus. What do you bring to the table? Nature is not struggling for nothing. She just flow with it, flow with it. That's a great question. What do you bring to the table? Bring your flow. Bring your creativity. Bring your wisdom. Bring your knowledge. Bring your understanding. Bring your joy. Bring your peace. See, you stop flowing when humanity start messing with you. When somebody start telling you all this crazy stuff that don't nobody want what you have. Let her flow. Let her flow. Let nature flow. Because nature is not struggling for nothing. And when you flow, you won't struggle for nothing either. Look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I have a full day today. I have class tonight. Have a lot of stuff that I need to do. I pray that you would unwrap the gifts that God has given you. And that you will not allow anybody to cause you to shrink back, hide your gift, and not use what you have. You don't have to compare what you have to what somebody else have. What they got is what they got. And what you have is what you have. But you use it. And you use it like you done lost your mind. You know. You use it, and be proud of what you have. Not prideful, but proud that God saw you worthy enough to house what he gave you, to keep what he gave you. Because it's not for you, it's for the world. Look, if you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, get your dreams out of your head into your life. And if you are looking for a coach or mentor, I'm your girl. This was Good Food Warrior. Thank you so much for being obedient to God. Blessings upon your life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I pray that you have an amazing day. I pray that you find time for, look, y'all, I got to say this too. This self-care thing on this Saturday is going to be a little different. It's my thank you so much. My family size has went from, at one point it was 6 of us, and then it was 5 of us, and then it was 4 of us, and now it is 3 of us. But I got to find a way for it can be 1 of us. I'm not talking about permanent. I'm talking about for the day. How can I get this self-time? How can I get this self-care in? We're going to have to figure it out. But, we all about figuring out differences, changes, changes in the family set and all those different sorts of types of things. But we're going to work something out. We're going to have to do something if it's not just for a few minutes. Self-care is vital. Get you some self-care in. So God bless you. And I pray you have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.